Hello everyone, my name is Clifford Hobbs. I'm candidate for the District 4 City Council seat. I filed to run because I want to be a part of the team that makes a good difference and a good change and improves the quality of life for all residents here in St. Petersburg. Art has been intertwined in my campaign since day one. During my campaign announcement party, I had local artists as vendors showing off their artwork. I had an artist creating a piece of his own live. I'm an artist myself in the culinary arts, so art is what I love, and I'm happy to be here. Coming from hospitality, I've gone many years without health insurance. As far as all the art and the work and the materials that it takes to create, I can't say I fully understand, but I get an idea of what it takes, yeah. So I do empathize 100%. I think that within our city, we are known as an art city. If there was a space that we could point them in the direction of our local artists, so our visitors can actually purchase our local art. I think a lot of our art here is geared towards locals purchasing it, and I'd like to see more of a space where our guests can purchase it as well. If you've heard of Visit St. Pete Clearwater, their focus is on the beach and the bay, and I would like to work with them to see if we can get some of that focus on the art and the artists that we have here to help, sell more work, to get more food on the table, and so they can provide for their families. I'm a renter. I think I'm one of the few candidates who do rent, and I worry about getting priced out of the city that I love and not being able to afford a home, or when we're ready to buy, just something not being available within my price range. Attainable housing is one of my biggest concerns with the city. I think my work or my solutions are more renter-based. I don't know if you know this, but when the original Tenants' Bill of Rights was drafted, there was a line in there that prohibited the discrimination based on based off of a renter's source of income. And before it went to the vote, that was taken out. And I want to look at amending that and bringing that back in. So requiring these big companies that build these high rises to accept rental vouchers, so our people that are living in poverty have a shot at getting in a home that they can afford. I believe if you have a certain number of units, then some of that should be dedicated towards like workforce, attainable, affordable, income-based housing.
Yeah.
And that's where I think I can really advocate and really make some change within the city, is on the renter side. I'm not one of those people that say, hey, I don't like you, I don't want to work with you. I'll work with anyone that it takes to find solutions to help bring more attainable housing into our city, especially for our artists, our hospitality workers, our first-year school teachers, nurses, law enforcement, everyone, I think a lot of us are in the same boat. I know a few grant writers myself, so what I would do if some artist came to me and said, I don't know how to apply for this grant, I would just connect it with a grant writer that I know. So there's an area of opportunity there, With anything, there is work that we have to do that we don't want to do. For me, create a space where these artists can get connected with these grant writers that can help them apply for these grants. I would just love to figure out a way to get that money in here, or to get the people in here who buy the art that could purchase the art from our local artists, so they're not having to apply for grants, and so they're not struggling to make ends meet. Connect the buyer with the artist. How can we do more of that? In terms of, now I gotta be careful here, in terms of like giving out free money or giving out money, it's a tough area, because who is the most in need, and that would be children, are homeless. I think it's something that we should look into as far, I really do. And I promise that when elected, I would be more of a candidate or a councilman for our artists. I feel like St. Pete is only scratching the surface as when it comes to art. I mean, we can go so much further in terms of music festivals. We have 300 days of sunshine here, We should have a few huge music festivals of our own. That way, at these festivals, our artists can come and vend and get their art sold. We can hear some great music. It brings money into the city. Our restaurants are thriving. Like I said, our artists are thriving. Everyone's thriving, So in terms of like television and video production, I feel like we're just scratching the surface on that. I mean, this is a beautiful city. People should be wanting to come and film here, and do their projects here, and that will bring more money in as well. But I thank you for bringing this to my attention. I think we exploit our artists in a way here in the city. We're known as the art city, but I heard one candidate talking about asking muralists to paint a mural for free.
Yeah.
But you can't do that, you know.
Yeah.
I want to say in closing that I value artists and their art. Being an artist, artist myself, I see you. When I get into city council, I will do whatever I can to help create a better quality of life for our artists, so they're not considered starving anymore. I'll do whatever I can on the dais and then outside, of it. I do hear you, and I'm sorry that this is happening within our city where so many people are thriving, and in the city where we're known for our art. We should be doing better for our artists, and I'm sorry that they have to go through this. And I will do my best when elected.